everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a review on the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale David figure from the classic 80s film The Lost Boys. Beautiful packaging made to look like an old VHS tape cover. Drop a like on the video for me, folks. I appreciate your support with that. Hit that like button. The amazing artwork continues on the back of the box with some pictures of the figure here and a write-up. I guess I'll just get close enough so you can pause that and read it if you wish. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, folks. Follow me on Instagram for all the pictures at DeanKnight333. Enjoy the review. Been really looking forward to this one. This is the actual VHS cassette tape box that they've based the artwork on. It's exactly the same, even down to the green bit at the top. This is the actual VHS. That is the slip cover, and then you remove that and it looks like the Chinese food box containers. It's very cool design, really one of the best boxes I've ever seen, in a really nice size, just as big as it needs to be. And even though I don't display the boxes with the figures anymore, I think I might have to try and display this one. Just a shame not to. Okay, here's everything that he comes with. I actually quite like the base on this one. I know it's the usual, you know, very minimalist, not much thought put into it, but it's better than the Clint Eastwood ones at least. They've just got the names underneath, but at least you got the black on black Lost Boys David on this one, but it's quite hard to make out. Should have just gone with the that Lost Boys font there, the classic one. That would have been nice. But yeah, these vampire feet are grotesque. They're really, really cool. And the gloved hands change over very easily because I wanted to start him off with the relaxed hands because he came out of the box with fists. So I just wanted to change them over quickly, and that was very easy to do. Let's see how it goes when it comes to changing over to his vampire feet. And I like that they gave you the 3 different variations for the Chinese food: the worms, the maggots, and the rice. Or noodles. Yeah, the second head sculpt looks decent. That's probably my favourite of the 2, but we'll get a much better look at that soon. And the bottle of blood, that's nicely done. And the perch for the upside down sleeping pose. So overall, really, really nice bunch of accessories, a lovely package, and a pretty damn decent looking David figure. He was only 18 when he made this, apparently. I thought he was a bit older than that, but you know, I mean, 18, so they've captured that fresh kind of 18-year-old face that he has there. I think it looks pretty good. Quick look at the contents. Convincing, it looks like worms. And you got the maggots, also very nicely done. And then the noodles. See, they could have just given you one Chinese food box and then these 3 separate little cubes you'd put in for the different looks, but I appreciate that they just went ahead and gave you 3 different versions. Let's take a close-up look at the first head sculpt. I'm fine with this. Certain angles it looks really good, other angles not so much, but overall, as far as the actual likeness to an 18-year-old Kiefer Sutherland, could be better, but I'm pretty damn satisfied with it, to be honest with you. And I did pay over the odds to get this on eBay because, you know, I actually ordered it with someone but couldn't get any reply. Paid a $65 deposit on it. Just can't get any word back, so I thought, screw it, I'm just going to have to get it because I need him for the vampire collection. You know, can't not have David here. Also kind of need Blade as well, but that recent Blade that came out, I forget now the company, is it Present Toys maybe? Apparently he's a bit too small, or some of the reviews I saw were listing some issues with the figure that just kind of put me off. Obviously there's the old original Hot Toys one to choose from when it comes to Blade, but I guess Blade will be something I'll have to think about later. We'll see what happens. Could just be the lighting, but the neck seems paler than the face, possibly. Could be the lighting. I'll check into that. See, there's a weird transition between the head and the neck. I've seen some folks saying that the neck's too long. It could very well be the case. But right there, that's a nice little angle. There's a lot of life in his eyes, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with head sculpt. We're going to get much closer to it later and we'll get different angles. I'm just getting started here. But first impressions are good, you know? Not great, but good. No major disappointed feeling coming across me here. I'm just, even though I've paid over the odds to get it on eBay from China, I'm pretty damn happy that he's here and very much liking the vibe he's given me. I'll just take the light out of his eyes for a minute and just kind of looking at the sculpt of the hair. I mean, it's nothing like what they showed originally. There was a comparison picture I have on my phone. I'll see if I can find that. Yeah, it was on Sideshow Freaks. So that's the figure that we got, and that's how it originally looked, or the original prototype. I mean, it's a universe difference. Yeah, that's a nasty one. I mean, to be honest though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not looking at this and thinking, oh, it's horrible. You know, I'm not getting that at all. I wish the hair was a bit more defined. Oh, hello, Corey. Bless him. Yeah, I wish it looked like that, but it doesn't. So we just got to deal with it or not get it, you know, and hope that someone else does one. But I don't know, man. It's. Do you see another company doing this anytime soon? I'm not sure. So anyway, he's here. I really don't think it's a bad looking piece from regular viewing distance, but the hair on top, the more I look at it, and especially when I try to zoom in and get some nice pictures, I mean, that'd be a nice picture there, but the top of the hair is pretty bad, to be honest with you. I mean, it kind of spoils the photography side of things a little bit, but not too much. It certainly should be a lot better than that. I mean, the sides and the back, that's fine. I haven't really paid much attention to the back yet. I'll have to have a look. I've seen some folks mentioning about a seam back there, but it's just the front, top, all across the front there. It just looks kind of messy and clay-like, you know, like it's just sculpted out of clay. It doesn't look like hair. But when you come far enough back, I guess it starts to look a bit better. But I do like the piece. It could definitely be better in some departments, but there you go. That's Sideshow Collecttbles. I wouldn't let that out the door like that when it comes to the hair, though. I mean, who's in charge? Seriously. Maybe you're up against a deadline or something, but that should not look like that. I mean, yeah, that's hair. And then you've got that. It will do, but it could definitely be better. Right, here's a nice little angle here. Yeah, hair doesn't look too bad from this particular angle. You get a bit more of the tips from this view, and it starts to have a bit more depth to it. But dead on from the front, it can look a little bit ropey, but that looks nice, doesn't it? Nice and moody. Wish I could use the real music for these particular, you know, reviews. Sometimes you're reviewing a character and you just need to hear that music in the background. But unfortunately, copyright. So I believe by the time I edit this, you will be listening to the musical stylings of one Mr. Carl Casey and Whiteback Audio. Does a great job. Alright, this is as close as I can get, but I can punch in closer when I'm editing the footage. So I'll give you a nice look at the eyes. They seem pretty good from where I'm looking right now, but when I do punch in, I'll get a much better look with y'all when you're watching this. But yeah, skin tone, he's got some nice little freckles or whatever on the skin. It's not just a flat tone. Darkness around the eyes. Facial hair ain't too bad. This is, I think it's a decent head sculpt, man. Apart from that tragedy that is the front of the top of the hair there, it's just kind of letting it down a bit. But this, the portrait, I guess you'd say, I think is not too bad at all for an 18-year-old Kiefer Sutherland. Not too bad, not perfect. I'd give the face, the likeness, a 7. Good. You know, I ain't gonna go too far. It's good. I can't remember if I already mentioned, but the what appears to be leather, like a very worn leather jacket underneath his coat, they did okay, I guess, replicating that, but obviously, you know, it doesn't look like what we just saw on the poster. But if they started getting into that territory, then we're dealing with pleather, which deteriorates. So I guess I'm pretty happy with this. I never thought this looked bad when I first started seeing the early reviews. I always thought the clothing looked pretty impressive. His pants, we'll get a look at them. They're most likely pleather, but there is word on the street that Sideshow's pleather is much better than the stuff Hot Toys uses. That's one of the main reasons I decided to get their Sideshow Collecttbles Return of the Jedi Darth Vader figure over the Hot Toys versions. So apparently Sideshow stuff is a bit more durable when it comes to the materials. Can anyone chime in the comments if you're a veteran Sideshow collector? How's your pleather holding up? Now, there is a pretty unsightly big ass zipper. Really big, especially that dangly bit that hangs there. That's just massive. That's metal, I think. So don't think I'll be cutting that off. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's a big ass zip. Let's get straight to it with the second head sculpt. And I do like this one. Again, unfortunately, the hair at the front, at the top, looks pretty bad. But the actual face, the paint detail, the sculpt, looks pretty excellent here, to be honest. I remember when I first got it out of the box, I noticed how high quality the teeth were sculpted and painted. It really looked very good. And this is the kind of head sculpt that you could just photograph for days, trying all kinds of different angles and poses and lighting situations and different color lights. I think red lighting will look really cool with this. You see how I keep trying to hide his hair. I have to face up to it. It is what it is. It's just show the damn hair. Well, I like it though. I'm just standing there. Didn't do anything fancy. He's just screaming at you. Yeah, got the red light on his face now. Still got the other lights on. I just wanted to make his visage a little more hellish looking. And it's very nice. I'm happy with that. This is an interesting angle. I don't think I've seen it quite like this before. You can see the teeth, but those eyes and all the wrinkles, the subtle wrinkles around the sides of the eyes, they're conveying the rage, that need to feed. And it just comes to the surface, and that's your ass. Unless he likes you, and he turns you to a life of damnation, the walking undead, a foul beast of the night, unable to endure the hot rays of the sun on your flesh. You will have nothing on the menu other than blood for the rest of eternity. No more KFC, no. No more burgers, no more pizza. Very unhealthy stuff. No more salads, no more apples, no more bananas, no more iced cream. No. Blood. That is all. That'd get boring after a while. It would get boring. Imagine getting turned at the age of like 80. Yeah. I would have been turned if I had a choice. Get me at about 33. That was a nice age. Nothing started to hurt yet. Still looked a bit decent. Yeah, 33-year-old vampire. I'll take that. He was 18 here. So, yeah. Still had some growing to do. We stopped growing, you get about 21. Yeah. Could have been a bit taller, David, if you held back a little bit. I don't know, maybe you didn't have a choice. And about saying all that, though, they were eating noodles, weren't they? I thought vampires can't eat. See, I'm going by the what we do in the shadows rules. And did Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula ever eat anything else? I'm not sure, I don't think so. Pretty sure you literally have to just eat, well, drink blood, and that's it. So, I don't know. Maybe they were pretending to eat the noodles. I can't remember. I have to go back and check. He's got some really nice boots, and they are done very well. I'm going to check in a minute and see if the spurs at the back are metal, as they seem to be on the Clint Eastwood figures. They probably are. They don't spin or anything at the back. But let me just touch them. Yeah, that's cold to the touch metal right there on the spurs on the boots. So that's very nice. And like I said before, apparently the pleather that Sideshow use does hold up longer and better than Hot Toys stuff. So that's a relief, because for example my Hot Toys Crow, the one I have now, the second one, forget about it. He's rotting away to nothing. But it doesn't matter, because Caustic Plastic are making him with real leather clothing. That's going to be insane. Anyway, lovely details with the buttons on the right hand side. There's just one button. Oh no, there's others, but that one's different. That's really cool. It's like a goldish tone, I think, quite gold. And on the other side you've got what looks like a medal and a watch and just another button, or possibly a medal, not sure. But very nicely done. Are they metal as well, or are they plastic? Let's see. Oh no, that feels quite cold to the touch. That could be metal. That's cold to the touch. That's probably metal. That feels cold to the touch. So all the buttons seem to be metal. I like that. Very, very nice. That earring does come off quite easily, so watch out for that. It just plugs back in again. You can even see fillings. That's nuts. I've never seen 1/6 scale fillings before. If that's what that is, it looks like a filling to me back there. That's nuts. I'm going to assume it's a filling and not just some paint mess. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Nice fillings, Sideshow. And those eyes are great. The sculpt is great. Keep it up, Sideshow. Just bring us that 1/6 scale RJ McCready from the Thing, you know, because I don't want to fork out almost £500 for the Mondo one. There's too much wrong with it, especially the coat, the jacket. Sideshow Collecttbles doing a 1/6 scale RJ McCready. You know, they've done Snake Plissken, they've done Big Trouble in Little China. I'm pretty sure they did that. It just feels like if any company is going to do it next, it's Sideshow. That's why I'm kind of holding out and hoping that they do the Thing. I would love that. I'd be all over it. This looks good. Tell me I'm wrong. Alright, so I got him hanging upside down now. That's a really cool effect. I love how they've done that. And here he is. He's just woken up, and he's not happy about being woken up. It would have been possibly a bit overkill because they gave you two sculpts, but if they gave you a regular David head sculpt with his eyes closed, just in case you wanted to display him just peacefully sleeping. And by the way, from that angle, I think the head looks pretty decent. Even the hair at the top, weird. It's just lighting, angles. I mean, obviously the sculpt of the hair could be a lot better and more refined, but as you can see, it doesn't always look so bad. I think that's a very strong likeness right there. But yeah, back over to his full vampire look. And because the earring comes off the ear quite easily, I nearly lost it there a moment ago, but you are able to kind of turn it upside down like gravity is doing its thing, the way you do with the coat and the jacket. Got those vampire hands on there too. Very easy to switch over. They're very nicely painted and sculpted. And it just looks very convincing, because you don't really see, it's almost like a weird illusion, because you expect it to be something going on at the top here keeping him up like that, but it's the waist grabber, just an extended one, goes around his waist. I've covered that up with the t-shirt. It looks fantastic. This would look amazing on the shelf, and you could totally justify having two of these because both looks are so nice. Alright, I'm just got him reaching out because he's not happy about being woken up mid-slumber. I really like it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, folks. I'm willing to look past a few of the little issues here and there. We've got a great looking David figure for the most part here. Very well thought out. You know what, I'm just going to leave those feet attached to that bar instead of constantly taking them on and off the bar, because it's a very tight squeeze between the big toe and the one next to it. I don't want to risk scraping the paint, because you really have to kind of press that bar between them. So I'm just going to detach the feet from the legs, which is easy to do, and then store it like that. It's truly creepy looking though, those feet, those vampire feet, all elongated, and looks like fingers and a thumb up there. Super gross. I think that's tilted a little bit too much. It's just, there we go. Get up all in its business. And I wanted to pose him like when he's flying, stalking his prey. Haven't seen anyone do that yet, but the stand is not the safest setup, but it can do it. It can balance him, but the coat is just about stiff enough where you can kind of make it look like it's flapping a bit. Just position the feet at the back and get him look like he's scanning from above as he flies around. Looks pretty cool. And there's almost like a vampiric kind of hypnotic stare. If that's what they were going for, they managed to get that. And I was just taking some pictures here, and as I was just getting my angle, I thought, he's hypnotizing me. The damn thing's hypnotizing me. He was. Very good job. Damn good job, to be honest with you. It's a shame about the hair, I know, but oh man, I'm having a lot of fun. He holds on to the little carton of noodles there really well. I think it's actually the worms he's got there. But he holds on to them very nicely. I don't think I've got the chopsticks set up there properly, but you get the idea, don't you? It's not high on my priority list of poses I want to put him in, but it's very nice that they give you all the different cartons. So the pleather pants, very nice. They fit well. There's a nice leather-like texture to them, which you can see very clearly there. The inner lining of his coat is very nice also. You got some beautiful patterning there. Holds onto it pretty well with the same hand that he was holding onto the box of, well, the carton of Chinese food. Same hand. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, gonna be showing some love to Sideshow with this one. It's not a perfect figure, but I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. And final thoughts, I mean, that's a given. It's the Lost Boys, so if you don't have a David, this is a good option. You get a lot of good stuff and you can have a lot of fun with it. It's not perfect, of course, but yeah, 9 out of 10 from me. Beautiful, well thought out box, gorgeous, great accessories, and a lot of fun to take some pictures with and pose. And I can't wait to put them on display with everyone else. I need to have a big tidy up in here, folks, and I'll bring you another collection tour video once I get everything fixed up. But yep, I am quite happy to say I'm very happy with the purchase, and I highly recommend it if you're a massive Lost Boys fan. Might be a while before we get another one of these from another company, I don't know. Now, I just put his hand in his pocket first and then stuck it into the wrist peg on the arm to get the hand in the pocket look. That's a really nice look for him. I might put him on the shelf like that, possibly. It's very hard to choose between the regular David and the full-on vampire look. But it's been a very fun review to film. I hope you've enjoyed it, folks. Let me know if you did, please, in the comments. And do me a favor and hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It helped more people find this video and the channel. Thank you for your support. And I will see you back on the channel real soon. Got some more stuff to review for you. And I've had to put off some mod videos that I wanted to do on certain figures, because I had to do these reviews. But we've got a lot coming up, so keep it locked. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye. was done. I was walking away, I was getting all my bits together, and I was standing about here, and I looked back behind me, and there he was, and I thought, wow, that's a nice angle there, just looking away, holding on to the bottle. It's a really nice piece, folks, it really is. Anyway, it's been a pleasure.